Times were tough, so I sold my soul. And I don't think I'll ever regain control. Devil looked me in the eye, now I look the other way. What else could I do? I just stared at the doorway, knew I'd rather be drunk with you. I'd rather be drunk.
Hey Internet, Dracofunk here, and this is the 60 subscriber special, where I drive, or attempt to drive, a Rover to the North Pole. And last episode, I was driving towards Point Golf, and here I am. There's Point Golf, there's Point Foxtrot, and here we are. Now, we have spent the night here recharging the batteries, and I meant to add the ladder to an action group. I didn't do that, but that's okay, because the ladder is retracted. Time to turn the brakes off and get this train moving. So, it got dark on us. It seems that there are some mountains that are going to be an issue in front of us, so we will have to contend with that as it becomes time. So I guess the real question is that hill up in front of us something we need to go around? I'm having major lag issues. Why am I having so many lag issues? This is worse than normal. Well, didn't mean to do that. Let's see if I can figure out what is eating up my processor. well, it'd be really nice if I could take care of well, the idea was to hopefully ease into a little bit better running environment. And this is, I'm not exactly sure why, today everything seems to be running very slow. Let's, we're gonna so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna pause for a second and see if I can fix this. Check. Hey, okay, I'm back. I've done some stuff, and we're gonna see if any of the stuff I did helps. Right off, seems to be a little better, but not great. Not really sure what I have done. Anyway, we are continuing on towards Point Golf through the woods. And we are going to put on the speed. And by the speed, I mean we're going to go about this speed. Batteries are fully charged. Hopefully the sun should be up soon, and I have a couple photovoltaic panels. So I think that big hill off in the distance is one of the places I need to go around. So anyway, this is episode 10. I thought I would make it to the North Pole in 9 episodes. That has not happened. But that's okay. We'll get there when we get there. I've decided it's better to do basically 1 hour long drives, and or at least, you know, their ends about. Although I don't know why I'm having so much lag today. Well, either way, I am continuing on. That hill is directly in my way. I'm thinking I really want to go slightly to the left, at least of the highest point. Does look a little bit sorry I'm not conversing so much this episode. I'm a little bit miffed about the whole the lag issue. I'm really not sure what's different today than any of the other days, and the lag issue is causing me not to realize how fast I'm actually going. Yeah, I was pretty close to like 40 meters a second there for a brief period of time. I think this all stems down to about a month ago when I upgraded OBS and upgraded my video card drivers. It seems to have Ever since then, things seem to have not ran nearly as smooth as they used to. And, well, that is unfortunate. If this continues, I may have to make other arrangements. But I do need to get over this hill. So anyway, let's get back to actually commentating instead of me sitting here hoping my computer's going to run faster. This is our 60 subscriber special. We don't have any, other than the Highway 47 crew, guest, and Bill, we don't have any extra passengers. Vomit, Kohaku, Skrodrick, Shaggy B, Ed Steve, Dr. Orgnag, formerly Fantastic Mango. Dracofunk is there, and sitting next to me is Bill. Here we are coming up to the top. So what have we got going on now? Okay. Well, it looks like we're on this plateau for a little while. We will go down it, and there is that mountain. Actually, looks like it's a little bit rocky on the top, which I really, really need to avoid. If this lag continues like this, I may have to look into making other arrangements. Because this is almost... Well, it's not good. Let me just put it that way. So let's see, where are we? We actually seem to be making decent time. I know I normally don't check the map until 45 minutes in. But we also have a sunrise. Okay, I'm turning that back on because I'm getting a little bit nervous about how slanted I was. Trying to get the episode slide. I'm going to keep going, even though I'm really tempted to pause here again to try something else to get this to run better. But I am going to keep it going. And there, I've lost track of how fast I'm going, and I did hit 40 meters per second. Which is getting into dangerous speeds where all sorts of bad things could happen to this rover. I'm just gonna keep moving on and heading towards target. Hopefully not getting too much air or breaking anything or rolling over. And the goal is to be driving for these episodes now is to be going for about an hour. I did say I'd go over it a little bit if I was closer to target. Again, I'm letting my speed get up because I'm dropping frames and I'm lagging, and that's making me push harder, which is bad. Man, I don't know why I'm suddenly, this time, this episode, having this much extra lag. I mean, I know I've had a little bit of lag, but today it's extra lag. Super lag. Laggy McLagface. Ooh, and it gets really, really scary when I'm suddenly leaning. Like, I can't tell how fast I'm going. Let's see, well, where am I? Okay, so up ahead is that mountain. That I have to figure out how I'm getting around. I'm waiting for the sun to get a little bit higher, and I should be able to kind of see. Oh, that was a little bit scary. Just going out, checking all my other settings. Just keep heading towards target and hope for the best. Well, almost halfway there. start running like we normally have, because it seems to be a little bit better. Was a little bit closer to the tree than I liked. That's okay. Right through the trees. Did I mention this thing pulls to the right? Well, it does. Coffee's still a little bit too hot. Sorry, I'm not very expressive and talky today. So, yeah. I am realizing I haven't been paying much attention to my electricity usage, and we're almost at the halfway point, electricity-wise. Which is okay, we can manage. The sun coming up is about to get at a better angle to hit those photovoltaic panels. I really wish I would have put some more on there. Or even put some more RTGs on that battery car. I've turned away from Target. I do know once I get within a certain range, my display there will switch to Target, which tells me I'm getting closer, but it's still, in my experience, I'm still like an hour in real time away when that happens. Which I'm pretty sure. So we made it to Point Foxtrot at the end of episode 8, and it switched just at the end of episode 7. So hopefully here in the next 25 minutes my display will switch to Target, meaning I'm roughly an hour away. And because of this, because I'm having like so much lag issues today, I'm not managing my speed very well. I'd like to keep my speed around 30 meters per second. And also keep my heading. Whoa, this is a little bit of a lean. More so than I like. I don't want to be turning left when I'm leaning to the left. Just enough to keep me from hitting that tree. So my biggest fear is tipping over on the side. So alright, that's a little better. I can put on some more speed. Continue to head towards target. Okay, now what's this coming up? Terrain's getting a little bit more varied. I'm going to start checking my map every 10 minutes. So we're coming up roughly on the 40-minute mark. Just to see where I'm at. We're back to the lag being a little bit not great. And my speed coming down. Coming up to another ridge. Definitely about the halfway point between Foxtrot and Golf. Honestly, I'd like to be a little bit closer. But we are where we are. See, that's what happens. It's like I'm lagging, I'm lagging, I'm lagging. Suddenly I'm not, then I'm lagging. Which actually makes this a lot harder to drive than if it was just constantly one way or the other. Okay. So the mountain range that I'm like seeing up ahead, trying to determine how much like is the base that I'm driving to kind of up there in the mountains. Because I don't want to drive around it only to find out that I'm going to have to drive up into them. I remember when I dropped it off, when I dropped the base, that I did see some hills that I needed to avoid. Maybe honestly I'm thinking of Point Foxtrot. Because I think I planned on dropping Foxtrot off closer to the coast. And upon looking at the terrain, had to actually fly a little further inland, which makes sense if I'm thinking of Foxtrot. It seems that every episode has to have some little quirk of a issue. And this is a toss-up between the episode, I think it was episode 5, where I did it all in first person, and this, which is more frustrating. I'm almost saying this, because even the other one, at least I felt like I had, even though I didn't exactly know where I was going, it took too long. I feel like I should be down there in the valley as opposed to like on the side of this hill. So I'm going to head this way a little bit. Promise you I'm trying to speed up. This is a case of me driving on the side of the hill instead of the flat land. That I really should be driving on. Yeah, if I would have came in to the left a little bit more, I'd just be driving up that flat valley, slowly turning around this big hill. Man. Now I'm doing that thing where I'm losing track of my speed. Which can be dangerous. Okay, 12 minutes. I'm still on the hill as opposed to the valley. Although my hope is just heading straight towards target will make it so I get there as quickly as possible. Here in another minute, we'll go check our map. Do have these big hills to contend with in the future. I feel like this episode's going to get me right to the foot of them, and that's where we're going to have to stop. $10 minutes. The real mountains are to my left. In map view, those just look like hills. But I mean, on the surface, you know, what looks like hills from space are could be pretty big hills. I mean, they're still hills, but hills nonetheless. Coming up to this ridge right here. See, this is the episode that will get a lot of views, and I didn't talk much. I haven't talked about our Patreon. We have one. I haven't talked about all the other stuff we do. We do other stuff. Vomit, Shaggy B, and Skrodrick, they do some of their own Let's Plays. I've been doing a little bit more recently. But check out their stuff. Check out our audio commentaries. Watch our 4-drink minimum series where we watch movies and have some beverages. Not necessarily adult beverages, but sometimes. We've watched all the Godzilla movies. We are currently working on making our way through all the Marvel movies. And I mean all of them, not just the MCU. We include the MCU, but stuff that was not in the MCU. We started with the first theatrical released Marvel movie, which was Howard the Duck. Well, it was the first theatrical release movie based on a Marvel character. So it looks like I'm gonna make it beyond this ridge. My speed's with all this lag, I can't manage my speed because it's just, unless I'm looking specifically at my speed, I can't tell how fast I'm going. But yeah, so Howard the Duck was the first theatrical released movie based on a Marvel character. There were made-for-TV movies that came before it, and we do sometimes do what's called a detour and go back and watch those. We sometimes decide that we want to make sure that all of us are available for certain movies, and there will be evenings occasionally when Skrodrick, Shaggy B, myself, or even Vomit are not available, and if that is the case, we will do what's called a detour, where we watch a movie that's not necessarily next on the list. And this is a case of me completely mismanaging my speed and slowing down to almost nothing. And now I can start to see those hills off in the distance, and I don't want to go straight through them. Although Point Golf, see, it may be on a hill in the distance, so I can't just completely ignore them and go around. Although I do have quite a ways to get there. And the more is that a rock? I notice I've started to see, as I travel up, little rocks, and I don't know if I'm afraid that some of the rocks like that actually have collision mesh, which that would be a bad thing to run into, especially depending on how fast I'm going. And that could be a bad day for this whole expedition if I hit a rock. either way, it appears that my travels over the next episode are going to be a little bit interesting. As it seems I'm going to have to drive through a valley and then up some hills. And I'm going to have to determine the best way to get through all of that, because I have a feeling that heading straight towards target may not be the best way. So and I'm starting to notice more rocks. Well, hey, if you stuck around this long, thank you so much. Go ahead and like and subscribe to this video. Or, not this video. Subscribe to our channel. Like this video. I'm going to go ahead and put on the brakes, bring out the satellite dishes. Check the map. There is Point Golf. There we are. Foxtrot is down there. Not quite a third of the way there. And from space, it does look like I'm going to have to so it looks like I want to go slightly to the left of that big hill to get around. And Point Golf is going to be kind of in that, probably up just before that little indentation. And hopefully we can make it there by the next episode. Either way, I'm Dracofunk, and have a great day.